we've created a timeline so that we are working towards, different events happening at different times. The students themselves, if you look at the very top, the students have already had options assemblies with myself, Mrs. Dean, and they've had their options booklets, and letters have already been sent home to yourselves in order to start the process. The presentation that you are watching now is basically exactly the same as the presentation that the pupils had, so you're getting the same information. We've then, from the 20th of April until the 30th of April, had 2 weeks of assemblies where each subject has talked to the pupils via Teams. They've delivered a presentation about their particular subject so that they're hearing from the heads of department what the subject involves, what's in the syllabus, how they're assessed, all of those different sorts of things. And that's the sort of content that you're being given, but via our website as part of this process. So that's where we're then talking about from the week beginning the 3rd of May, looking forward videos going live on YouTube. That includes this one, and so then everything is online for you to use. And the options form goes live in terms of Google Forms, so you can actually start to make the choices if you want to. However, with Parents' Evening on the 13th of May, we've built that within this whole schedule so that you've got the opportunity to talk to subject staff and be able to find out whether your child is suitable for the particular course, whether you think that they will enjoy that particular course, and so that you're making an informed choice. So you don't have to start completing it now. I would personally go to the Parents' Evening or virtually attend the Parents' Evening on Thursday, the 13th of May, start to find the information out, and then you've got until the 21st of May to get that electronic options form back to us and filled in so that we can start to work everything out ready for a new timetable for September. So I sent a letter a couple of weeks ago explaining and starting off the process, giving you a bit of the timeline that I've just talked through, but also explaining one of the key changes that's happening to the mandatory curriculum as directed by the Department for Education, and something that, I think needs to be a key part of their curriculum diet anyway. So we are changing the options process from this point onwards so that pupils have got 3 options. That is also, most significantly a reflection of the fact that students tell us that actually once they hit the exam season in year 11, having gone for 4 subjects is just too much for them. They become overstretched. Everything moved towards having 100% exams. Almost everything is 100% exams. There are a couple of courses that I will talk through in a moment that still hold on to coursework tasks, but when the pupils find that they've got 4 English exams and 3 science exams, 3 maths exams, that's just the core aspect of what they're doing. Something like geography has got 3, history's got 3. They find that actually it's just all too much. And because as well, the exams are double stacked, so they might have one exam in the morning and then another exam in the afternoon. Their revision is just too much to keep on top of. So whilst it feels quite nice at this point of their career having lots of choice and being able to start off with 4 different subjects, our experience is now telling us that actually is too much for them when they hit that end point, and we sort of don't have the capacity for them to drop things part way through at the moment. The core time is being made of English, maths and science, as I've just mentioned. Culture and issues provision is now becoming more mandatory within the rest of the school. They've always had culture and issues in terms of year 7 and 8, but we will now have PSHE as well, which I think with everything that's happened during COVID times and lockdowns, actually personal, social and health education has become really quite relevant. This is thinking about your own well-being, thinking about what keeps you healthy, thinking about good relationships with people, thinking about society and so on and so forth. So lots of important things that they need to be informed about in order to help them in the future. And then obviously PE as part of their core timetable as well. So all of those subjects, and then 3 options of their choice on top of them. There is a qualification or a set of qualifications that the government calls the EBAC, and this is their sort of way of saying to you that there are some subjects that they feel are more academic than others. So computer science, languages, humanities, those are all subjects that they would like all children to do. But we've got a slightly more realistic approach to it because not everybody wants to do history and a language and so on. So what we would ask is that you consider those particular subjects for anybody that you are thinking will do A-levels or are going to go to university. We would seriously recommend that they take at least one of those. What we normally find is that children wanted to do one of them anyway. It's when you say actually they should be doing two of them that they're not quite so interested. So, you know, we say that they should seriously consider doing one of those red subjects, but we don't ask them to do the full EBAC, which would be doing two of them, because that would take up pretty much all of their options.